At Cape Canaveral, anticipation has turned to tension for Blue Origin. The world's eyes are fixed on this historic stretch of Florida coastline, where the future of private spaceflight is being written in real time. Here, every launch window is a chance to make history, or to fall short of it. Their massive New Glenn rocket stands ready, a towering symbol of ambition and innovation. But repeated delays have left it grounded, fueling skepticism and leaving the world questioning if Blue Origin is truly prepared for the spotlight. Each day the rocket sits idle, the stakes grow higher. The NG-2 mission was supposed to mark Blue Origin's arrival as a serious heavy-lift contender, a bold step into the future. Instead, it's become a showcase of setbacks, with every missed launch window echoing through the industry and the media. Each scrub chips away at the company's image, raising doubts about its operational readiness. Engineers and mission control staff feel the weight of every decision, knowing that public confidence is fragile and hard-won. This isn't just about one launch, it's about years of work, sleepless nights, and billions invested to challenge the status quo. Every bolt tightened and every system checked represents a dream of changing how humanity reaches for the stars. The pressure is mounting, and the world is watching, especially SpaceX. Rivals and supporters alike are eager to see if Blue Origin can deliver on its promises, or if it will remain in the shadow of its competitors. For Blue Origin, the countdown is more than a clock. It's a test of whether ambition can finally meet execution. Every second that ticks by is a reminder of what's at stake, not just for the company, but for the future of commercial spaceflight. The excitement that once filled the air has faded into a weary routine of delays and rescheduled launches. The team waits, hoping for a break in the clouds, both literal and metaphorical. Building a rocket is hard, but launching on schedule is even harder. Every checklist, every last-minute adjustment, is a battle against the unpredictable nature of spaceflight. Blue Origin is learning this lesson in the harshest, most public way possible. The world is watching not just for success, but for how the company handles adversity and setbacks. Will the countdown end in triumph, or yet another postponement? The answer will shape not only Blue Origin's future, but the next chapter in humanity's journey to the stars. The first NG-2 launch attempt was scheduled for November 9, 2025, at Blue Origin's launch facility. Excitement buzzed through the air as engineers made final checks and the rocket stood tall on the pad, ready for its journey to orbit. Optimism was high, but the day quickly unraveled. A cascade of issues, unpredictable bad weather rolling in, a critical ground system fault, and even a stray vessel wandering into the restricted launch zone, forced the team to scrub the attempt. Each problem alone might have been manageable, but together, they proved insurmountable. Undeterred, Blue Origin regrouped and prepared for a second attempt just 3 days later. The team worked around the clock, determined to overcome the previous setbacks. But this time, the threat didn't come from Earth. Instead, a powerful solar storm, triggered by massive coronal mass ejections from the sun, loomed over the mission. The storm threatened to disrupt the payload-sensitive electronics, putting the entire launch at risk. The U.S. Space Force's weather team quickly raised the alarm, warning of the heightened radiation levels. After careful deliberation, NASA made the difficult decision to postpone the launch once again, prioritizing the safety of the mission. The contrast between the two scrubs is striking. One was a mix of all too common terrestrial problems, while the other was a rare and unpredictable cosmic event. Both, however, underscore the complexity and fragility of spaceflight. These setbacks highlight the immense challenge of launching rockets. Every variable must align perfectly, from ground systems and weather on Earth to the unpredictable activity of the sun itself. Even the smallest issue can delay months of preparation. Each scrub means draining the rocket of fuel, standing down teams, and resetting complex systems for another try. It's a costly, exhausting process that tests the patience and resilience of everyone involved. For Blue Origin, these back-to-back setbacks have left the company in a state of limbo, waiting for the perfect window to finally launch. The path to orbit is never easy, and sometimes all you can do is wait for everything, on Earth and in space, to align. The first scrub on November 9th was a trifecta of trouble. Florida's unpredictable weather violated the cumulus cloud rule, risking lightning strikes. Then, a technical fault in the ground support equipment halted operations, proof that Blue Origin's infrastructure is still finding its footing. Finally, a cruise ship wandered into the launch exclusion zone, forcing a hold for safety. These issues, some self-inflicted and some out of Blue Origin's control, show how fragile launch operations can be. The second scrub was simpler but more serious. A solar storm threatened to fry the spacecraft's electronics. For a mission like Escapade, launching into such conditions was out of the question. Protecting the payload took priority over schedule. Sometimes, the only right move is to wait. At the heart of NG-2 is NASA's Escapade mission, two small spacecraft built by Rocket Lab, bound for Mars. These spacecraft are part of a bold initiative to explore the red planet in ways never before attempted. Their goal is to unravel how Mars lost its atmosphere by studying its magnetosphere and the solar wind's effects. By understanding these processes, scientists hope to gain insights into the planet's past climate and potential for supporting life. Escapade's twin probes, blue and gold, will map how solar particles strip away Martian ions, offering insights into planetary evolution. This data is crucial for piecing together the history of Mars' atmosphere and its transformation over billions of years. Protecting these sensitive $75 million spacecraft is critical, which is why the solar storm was taken so seriously. The mission team had to ensure that every precaution was in place to safeguard the probes from potential damage. A launch during such an event could have doomed the mission before it began. The team had to make the tough decision to delay the launch, prioritizing the safety and success of the mission over sticking to the original schedule. Escapade is also a test case for NASA's push for affordable, agile planetary science. By developing smaller, cost-effective missions, NASA aims to maximize scientific return while minimizing financial risk. Its success could pave the way for more small, focused missions. These missions could explore other planets, moons, and even asteroids, expanding our understanding of the solar system. The stakes are high, not just for Mars science, but for the future of planetary exploration. Each successful mission builds on the last, creating a foundation for even more ambitious projects. Delays are frustrating, but a failed spacecraft would be far worse. The team remains committed to ensuring that every aspect of the mission is perfect before proceeding. Sometimes, science just has to wait. Patience and precision are key to unlocking the mysteries of Mars and beyond. Every Blue Origin launch is shadowed by SpaceX's relentless pace. While New Glenn struggles, SpaceX's Falcon rockets launch almost weekly, setting a new industry standard. The key battleground: reusability. SpaceX has mastered booster landings, slashing costs and raising the bar. For Blue Origin, proving New Glenn can land and be reused isn't just a goal, it's survival. The NG-2 mission's secondary objective is to land its first stage on the drone ship Jacqueline. A second failed landing would cement the perception that Blue Origin is lagging far behind. Executives downplay the pressure, but without reusability, New Glenn can't compete on price. Each delay burns resources and erodes Blue Origin's edge. The company isn't just racing to space, it's racing to catch up. Delays and diverse problems are chipping away at Blue Origin's most valuable asset, customer confidence. In the launch business, reliability is everything. For customers, delays mean lost revenue and missed opportunities. Blue Origin wants New Glenn to rival SpaceX's Falcon Heavy, but it needs a flawless track record to win trust. Right now, the opposite is happening. Avoidable issues and bad luck alike paint a picture of a company still struggling with the basics. Potential customers are watching and taking notes. Blue Origin has big contracts riding on New Glenn's success, but promises only go so far. If delays persist, customers may look elsewhere. SpaceX's rapid turnaround after Scrub sets a high bar. Blue Origin hasn't earned that trust yet. NG-2 was supposed to change that narrative. Instead, it's become a cautionary tale. As of November 13, 2025, Blue Origin is prepping for another launch attempt. The immediate goal: get New Glenn off the pad and deliver Escapade and Viasat to orbit. But the real test is recovering the first stage booster. A successful landing would prove Blue Origin can compete with SpaceX on reusability and cost. It would restore confidence and validate years of investment. Another scrub or a failed landing, however, would be a major blow, suggesting deeper issues with the rocket or operations. Blue Origin's future missions, including lunar landers, depend on New Glenn's reliability. Everything is riding on this next flight. In spaceflight, a rocket that doesn't launch on time is just expensive hardware. NG-2 is Blue Origin's crucible. It must prove it can deliver, not just dream. Success could open a new era. Failure could leave Blue Origin watching from the sidelines,